Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla, here to talk to you today about the Burly Wax Canvas Tool Roll. I feel bad even saying this, but if you're checking this video out, you should be looking into a Burly Tool Roll if you need to carry your tools with you. I feel like that's probably pretty self-evident. These are being made to fit a pretty wide variety of bikes. Obviously, there's some measure of universality here. You're going to have to figure out how to attach this to your motorcycle. Installation of this, as we've kind of already covered, is pretty simple. It doesn't even get a beard scale rating. You should be able to get this onto your motorcycle with a minimum of muss and fuss if you are smart enough to get your motorcycle license. Let's get right into things. Those of you who are familiar with the Burly brand know these guys are making cool guy stuff. Rather than get stuck with your grandpa's cruiser look, these guys are kind of bringing a fresh flavor to the cruiser, HD, and vintage world. Their wax canvas tool roll is a standard issue tool roll in an aesthetically pleasing package. We're gonna break this thing apart from the outside in, tell you everything you need to know about a tool roll. Hopefully you feel a little bit more comfortable about things after you've seen the video. But like I said, it's a pretty basic piece here. So let's start things off with the outside. As the name implies, this is actually made of waxed canvas. Now, we ran some of this stuff under some water. It is reasonably water resistant. If you're going to leave one of these on your bike for a long time, though, recognize you probably do want to crack it open every now and then, make sure your tools aren't rusting. Water can get through here. Again, it's not going to be soaked or drenched in there, but if you ride this thing through several days of rain, odds are good that it's going to get fully soaked. Just remember that when you're rocking this thing. Of course, because it is made of wax canvas, it starts to show wear and scars. You'll notice ours that have just been kicking around the studio here, already exhibiting a little bit of wear. Same thing for the real leather trim you'll see on this thing. This is going to pick up the scars and wear of everyday life. The longer this thing sits on the front of your bike, the more beat it's going to look. Depending on what you're looking for, that may be either really cool or not so great. Just be aware that these will start to age very quickly from the moment that you put your hands on them. So, speaking of the outside of this thing, as I mentioned, trimmed in real leather, one of the nice modern features to this thing is that these leather snaps pop up and you actually have speed buckles underneath here in order to get into your tool roll. So we'll pop open those speed straps real fast, which are not being particularly speedy at the moment, and we're gonna roll this baby open. As you can see, the outside is pretty robust in here. It's gonna be fine when you're laying this thing on the ground. Once we flip this open, as I mentioned, standard tool roll, you're gonna be able to fit a fairly wide variety of tools in here. Again, standard hand tools. If you got something bulky or weird, it's not shaped like a screwdriver or a wrench, you kind of might be up a creek. One zip pocket over the side for your wire, your electrical tape, candies, whatever else you may be smuggling in your tool roll. And you should be pretty much set to go. This is about it. This is all I can tell you about a tool roll. It is a roll of tools. Now, one thing I will mention as far as actually mounting this puppy up, we'll roll this up and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. When you're mounting this, Burly does not include separate mount straps. So the tool closure are the only straps that come with this. If you want to mount this and you're not going to figure out your own way of lashing this down to your bike, keep in mind that even though a tool roll is kind of variable in terms of its diameter, every inch you steal to stuff something else in here is an inch you lose on your mounting straps. Now, of course, that's not always the end of the world. Some of you guys are going to figure out your own way to mount this. You're going to make your own straps. You're just going to lash it down, or you might even be tossing it into your rucksack, your tool bag, etc., etc. However, it is something that actually bears mention. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I am not going to buy a Burly tool roll. There is no way on God's green earth that one of these tiny tool rolls could hold all of the pieces I needed in order to keep my old crap on the road. Maybe if I had 4 or 5 of these and stitched them together into a backpack, we might be talking something different. However, my inability to purchase one of these should not prevent you from going out and grabbing one yourself. It's a really solidly made item. Don't take my word for it though, click that info button, see what some other riders who are rocking a Burly wax canvas tool roll have to say about it. I think you're gonna find some very happy customers. If you've got any more intricate questions, I can't imagine what they would be because it really is just a roll for your tools. Get in touch with one of our gear geeks, see us at RevZilla.com, or of course you can always give us a jingle on the telling bone, 877-792-9455. I'm Lemmy, I'm out of here.